Hallo and Welkom to Breda Railway Station. Today we're riding on the Netherlands' higher speed rail service, the Intercity Direct, up to Amsterdam Centraal. First opened in 1855, Breda Railway Station originally served as the eastern terminus of the Roosendaal to Breda Railway. That original station is now long gone, having had 3 iterations since then. The first of these came in 1863 when the Roosendaal to Breda line was extended to Tilburg, the second came in the 1970s, while the third came in the mid-2010s. As a part of the 2010s remodel, Breda received a new station building, new elevated bus platforms, a new pedestrian walkway, and other general mobility improvements. The platforms at Breda are effectively at grade to where we are now, so we'll head down the escalators to the pedestrian walkway. A look at the departure board shows that our train, the 1753 Intercity Direct service to Amsterdam Centraal, is on time, with departure from track 7 in about 20 minutes. The walkway beneath the station allows passengers and pedestrians alike to access both sides of the station without entering or exiting the gate line. Along the walkway are a few shops with more options in a larger concourse on the north side of the station. Scanning through the barriers, we can head up to track 7. As we arrive, the 1726 Intercity Direct service to Amsterdam heads out from track 5. Breda's platforms are enclosed by a new train shed, which was built as a part of the 2012 Via Breda reconstruction. The train shed includes plenty of skylights to let in natural light, though there are still some portions that could do with some added light fixtures. Stepping out onto the end of the platform, we see the new construction in full. It's strange that although this is a new building, they still chose brick construction for the exterior walls. I would have expected something more akin to Arnhem or Utrecht Centraal with their flowing modern construction, though I suppose this was done to help the station fit in with the surrounding buildings rather than stand out. We've got a bit of time before departure today, which means we can enjoy some of that incredible Dutch railway efficiency. While we wait for our train to arrive, let's take a quick look at our route up to Amsterdam. Our journey begins heading northwest out of Breda and across the rural Netherlands. The line crosses over the Hollandsche Diep before reaching the outskirts of Rotterdam for our first intermediate stop. Our train transitions onto the HSL Zuid to the west of the station, passing Rotterdam Airport and Zoetermeer as we pick up speed through the Dutch countryside. We reach 100 miles per hour on the high-speed line, cruising past Leiden and into North Holland. Schiphol Airport is our second intermediate and the penultimate stop before arriving at Amsterdam Centraal. We'll cover a total of just over 71.5 miles today, with a travel time of 1 hour and 12 minutes. The empty platform beside us is soon filled by our train, led by NS Class 186 number 186034. Stepping on board, we head down the side aisle and into one of the first class cabins. Boarding is a quick affair, our train pulling out of Breda right on time. First class on Nederland Spoorwegen is operated with a mix of open seating and cabins like the one we're in now. Cabins are laid out in a 3x3 with a door separating passengers from the aisle and outside world. Seats in the cabins provide around 1.5 feet of legroom, provided no one is sitting across from you. A very small table is located beside the window, below which is the cabin's trash can. Two fold-down drink holders are bolted to the aisle side wall of the cabin, but I couldn't find anything for the middle seats. The first class seats on NS are quite comfortable. Their red leather upholstery is supportive but soft, with wing headrests that sport a bit of contrasting white fabric. Well-padded armrests separate each seat with 2 per passenger. Above each set of seats are 2 large reading lights, coat hooks, and luggage racks. The cabins are very quiet and are a great place to hang out when traveling with family or friends. Keep in mind though that they're still unreserved seats, so be prepared to share the cabin with a few strangers during peak hours. The Intercity Direct may be a valuable service, but it's worth noting where the train actually came from. The NS Intercity Direct began life in 2009 under the name Vira, operating between Rotterdam and Amsterdam along the HSL Zuid. The service used rolling stock identical to the current Intercity Direct trains and operated with a top speed of 100 miles per hour. In 2012, an international Vira service began operation using the V250 higher speed EMUs manufactured by Ansaldo Breda. As promising as the service was, the V250s were terribly unreliable and were pulled from operation mere months after their first service. The domestic Vira trains kept operating in the Netherlands, but their name was changed from Vira to Intercity Direct in order to disassociate themselves from the mess that had been the Vira international trains. If you're enjoying our ride on NS's Intercity Direct, why not hit that subscribe button? It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. If you want to go the extra mile with your support, then check out the channel's Patreon or become a channel member. If you too want your name in the video or just want to support the channel in more ways than one, then head on over to the links in the description below. Leaving Breda behind, our train quickly picks up speed alongside the HSL Zuid, the Netherlands' only high-speed line. We're only beside it for a few miles before we ascend the flyover from the Intercity tracks to the high-speed line. Although we're now on the HSL, the speeds don't actually increase all that much. Our train is only rated for a top speed of 100 miles per hour or 160 kilometers an hour, so we only gain about 20 kph or 12 miles per hour over the regular Intercity tracks. Cruising on the HSL does mean that we reach the outskirts of Rotterdam quite quickly, our train arriving at stop 1 of 3 on today's ride. Amsterdam Centraal is an incredible station. The train shed is clean and modern with wood-lined walls and plenty of skylights to illuminate the tracks below. Our 8-minute stop wraps up and our train continues on towards Amsterdam. The segment from Rotterdam to Amsterdam is where the Intercity Direct can really shine. A standard Intercity train will make 8 intermediate stops with a travel time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. The Intercity Direct, on the other hand, runs direct from Rotterdam to Amsterdam. Well, it's not quite direct as there's a single intermediate stop at Schiphol Airport, but the direct service only takes 40 minutes, saving half an hour over a traditional Intercity train. It takes next to no time for our train to hit its cruising speed before dipping into the tunnels just north of Rotterdam. Ascending into the light once more, our Intercity Direct service speeds up the HSL at 100 miles per hour. It's not as spectacular as our 300 km an hour or 186 mile an hour ride on the Thalys TGV a while back, but I'll take what I can get. In addition to cabins, first class also includes typical open seating with a mix of airline style and group seats in a 2x1. Seating in first class is rather spacious with a good 6 to 7 inches between my knees and the seat in front. Each seat includes a small footrest and a seat back pocket behind that for smaller personal belongings. The rather large tray table folds down from the seat back, which includes a fold-down bracket to keep drinks in place. Trash cans are found along the walls at each row. Above each seat are lights, luggage racks, and for whatever reason, the at-seat outlet as well. The actual seats themselves are identical to those in the cabins, with the same red and white leather upholstery. Outside, the greenery of Dutch farmland rolls past the windows, the scene transitioning to a suburban landscape as we approach Amsterdam. Our train begins to decelerate as we approach Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, a southbound Thalys whipping past the window heading south for Rotterdam and beyond. Bathrooms on our train set are located in the vestibules between cars. Heading through the rear of our car, we find the facility, only to open the door and discover the floor covered in what I can only hope is water. So yeah, the bathrooms exist, but good luck finding one that's not in a disastrous state. Returning to our seat, we descend into the tunnels beneath Schiphol Airport and come to a stop at our second intermediate station. The platform is packed with passengers waiting to be shuttled to Amsterdam Centraal. Once everyone is on board, our train carries on towards Amsterdam. The final miles into Amsterdam run parallel to Amsterdam Metro's lines 50 and 51. Our Intercity Direct service runs express through Amsterdam Lelylaan and Amsterdam Sloterdijk, which looks a little something like this. The two-track mainline soon splits into 4, then 8, and then more as we approach Amsterdam Centraal, our train pulling to a stop on track 11 at the end of the line. Grabbing our belongings, we can disembark, heading forward for one last look at our Intercity Direct train. With our journey now over, it's time to bring today's video to a close. Next week, we'll be back in Chicago for a 27-hour, 1,100-mile ride on Amtrak's Cardinal through the Appalachian Mountains and up the Northeast Corridor to New York City. If you're new around here, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. Another huge thank you to my patrons and members. Y'all are amazing and your incredible generosity is greatly appreciated. If you too want your name in the video or just want to support the channel in more ways than one, then head on over to the links in the description below. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you in the next one.